Hey, what's up, traders? I hope you guys are off to a good start. I know for me on Monday, kind of an iffy deal. The volatility was overnight, and I didn't trade it as well as I should have, but I was okay. Tuesday, yesterday was our really good day. Today, not so good. I was not patient. I did not wait like I should have. Had I waited, this would have been a great day. But I didn't. I tried to force things early and kind of messed it up. Those of you who were with me this morning, you did see that. But the key is knowing when to stop. And I stopped, and I always stop when I get really messed up and I'm not seeing things clearly. I have to stop and reset. So I just stopped. I came back and looked around 2 o'clock when the Fed minutes were read, but nothing really happened immediately. It looked like it was a delayed move from the indices that it started to go up. I know I watched the S&P and it went up. After I walked away, of course. But hey, that's trading. Some days you're on, some days you're off. Our focus needs to be that we're on every day. That doesn't mean we're going to make money every day because the market doesn't offer it up every day. But if we're on, we have a better chance of being successful and profitable versus, not being profitable. But I haven't started those two accounts that I took you through the process last week, the last video. I do need to get started on those, and I'll do a video on that because there's some things I want to kind of share with you that's in my mind, and it's gonna kind of go along with that. So the next video I do is gonna be dealing with those two accounts that I have that converted to pro. And yeah, just like I said Monday morning, they gave me the credits so that I can convert them to pro without having to pay the fee, since I got it under that no fee deal. And we'll talk more about that because when it comes back, I'm going to tell you exactly how to take advantage of it. All right, so the message I want to share with you today, whoops, I'm going backwards, is you don't need another chance. You need another choice. Okay, you don't need another chance. You need another choice. How many times have you started over? How many chances have you already given yourself? Okay, how many times have you asked yourself, why? Why can't I get this? I keep doing this over and over again. I've had all these chances. What's wrong with me? Why not me? How many times have you thought things like that? Think about it. How many times? I know it's been a lot. So you know that you should be in a better place with your trading right now. You know you should be further along in realizing your goals. So what's another chance going to do for you? What's just getting another chance going to do for you? If you keep ending up in the same spot, what's it going to do for you? So let's look at the definition of choice. Let's take it back. I'm going to take it back to school. Okay? Chance. Let's do chance first. The possibility of a particular outcome in an uncertain situation. That's the definition of a chance. So yeah, every time we take a chance at passing a test or a trading day, we're working with the possibility of a particular outcome in a certain situation. So every day we have a chance to make money. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how many chances that you're giving yourself to do the right thing, to put yourself in the right position so that you can be successful. So the definition of choice is an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities. So we have choices every day. When we choose to take a trade, it has two possibilities. It's either going to go up or down. Well, actually three. It's either going to go up or down or trade sideways. Okay, so you're making a choice when you're trading, but that's not the choice I'm talking about. I'm talking about the choice to put yourself in better position so that whenever these chances come up, you can take advantage of it. That you're not just taking another chance. You're making a choice to take that chance and do better and do what you need to do in order to keep you from ending up in the same spot. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. You don't need another chance. You need another choice. You need to choose to do things differently if you keep coming up, ending up in the same place. So what can you do? Number one, you got to get off this merry-go-round you're on. Okay, give yourself, every chance you give yourself, you're starting in the same spot and you seem to be ending up in the same spot. And you're having to start over again. Okay, so every chance you give yourself, you're starting in a spot and somehow ending up right where you were. You're trying to cruise your way through this. Okay, you're trying to put it on cruise control, but there's no cruise control. There's nothing to control it. So the first step is that you have to take control of your trading journey. You may not think so. Eventually you'll figure it out if you keep going down the same road. But you're not in control. If you keep going around in circles, giving yourself chances, putting your successes or failures, on somebody else's back, guess what? You're just along for the ride. And you're on cruise control, but there's no control. You have no control. You're just cruising. And that's not going to work. Number two, you got to stop making excuses for yourself. Stop giving yourself that pass and saying, hey, it's okay. We can reset it. Let's try again. That mindset, the mindset that allows you to believe it's okay to, let's say, keep resetting your accounts without consequences, it's a failure mindset. Okay, how do you react when you see others fail? When you see me fail, and some of you do it. And I'm not saying that it's bad. And I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just making a point here. So, what do you do when you see others fail? Do you criticize them? Do you question them? Do you judge them? I get that all the time from my mentees, and it's okay. But I end up having to flip it back on them. But, and when I ask them, do they hold themselves accountable to the same standards that they're holding me? They fold up like an envelope. And then they say, well, you're supposed to be the teacher. You're supposed to be the mentee. Yeah, I'm holding myself to these standards. And the same standards I'm holding myself to, you need to hold yourself to. That's what I'm teaching. That's what the mentor process is about. Watch me hold myself to the same accountability. Look, if you're in live with me sometimes, I get pissed off. And I know that when I get pissed off, I got to stop before I, because I'm going to wreck myself. I know this. That's one of the key lessons you need to be taken from that. All right. So, they don't have personal standards that they hold themselves accountable to. And it should be the same that you hold me or anybody else to. If you see them doing something and you want to criticize it, you better be doing the same thing to yourself. Or else you're just being hypocritical. Okay, now the answer I get the most is, I'm asking you and I'm quizzing you, I'm questioning you because I'm trying to learn. Again, and that's a great answer. Like I said, I don't have a problem with that. But if you're still asking me the same questions for 2 or 3 months down the road, there's a problem. Okay, if you're asking me the same questions 2 and 3 months down the road, there is a problem. Ed, why are you doing this? Why did you do that? You should have learned by now. I know everybody's on the same timetable. I mean, on a different timetable. Takes longer to learn. But after 2 or 3 months, if you don't get it, there's a problem. Start asking yourself, the third thing you want to do is start asking yourself those serious questions. The same questions you're asking others. Start critiquing yourself the way you critique others. Hold yourself accountable for your progress. Start asking yourself why. Why am I not making progress? Why am I always ending up back where I started? When I started being able to answer those questions, I could fix what was wrong. And I always ended back up because whenever things didn't go right, or I made a mistake, or this was a perfect setup and it didn't work, I get angry. I'm gonna tell you that you guys know the thing that irritates me now is that when I get in a trade, all of a sudden my entry acts as support or resistance, and it'll sit there forever around my entry point. Like all of a sudden I entered and now everybody's using that as support or resistance. I know it's something that just got in my head, and when it starts to work its way through it, I gotta stop. I gotta walk away, because I know if I stay there and I let that thing continue to upset me, then it's gonna show in my trade. All right, so I realized what was happening when I started asking myself these questions, and I was able to answer them. Okay, and last but not least, take ownership of your future. Take personal responsibility for your success or your failure, because in the end, you owe you. Like E.T. says, you owe you. Okay, nobody else owes you. You owe it to yourself to be the best version of yourself. So in 2025, let's stop giving ourselves more chances, and let's make the choice to make the changes that we need in order to be successful. Because every year, when I look back at 2024 and I'm at the end of 2025, I don't want to see the same person. If I see the same person in the mirror that I saw back in 2024, then this year was a waste. If I see the same person that I saw back in 2021, then I've wasted the last 3-4 years. We don't want to do that anymore. Every year you want to be a different person than the one you were before. You want to be better. And that's what we're working on. So again, let's stop giving ourselves more chances, and let's make a choice to change. So you guys have a good one, and I will catch you on the flip side. But don't forget, take Profit Trader. If you want to get into prop firm trading, this is the best prop firm. Most people, if not all, have this as number one on their list. The only ones that don't are the ones that are getting paid by the prop firm in order to push it. These are content creators and all that stuff. These prop firms actually pay them to push it. These guys don't pay me nothing to push it, because I have like 20 people that follow me. So, that is of no value to them. But there are people, they stream every day. They have bunch of people watching them. They get paid. There's nothing wrong with that. But, they get paid. They're providing a service. So I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying when you start looking at prop firms, by far, Take Profit Trader is going to be the best. Because you just don't get daily payouts like this, and as fast and as less hassle as we get. So just wanted to remind you of that. So you guys have a great one, and I will see you on the other side.